Hello, my name is Alex with AfricaCTN. Today I'm going to walk you through the entire ECTN application process from our website. So first you can go to our website at AfricaCTN.com. You can find our homepage here with a Start Application button. You can check any resources or our knowledge base to get more information on the country that you are shipping to. Before you start your application, you need to get a couple documents. All countries are going to require the bill of lading, the commercial invoice, and the freight invoice. This is an example of a MRST bill of lading. It'll have information such as the shipper, consignee, vessel voyage number, port of loading, port of discharge, and then the goods, container information, weight, volume, etc. This is a commercial invoice template. It'll have things such as the buyer, the seller. It'll have the invoice number, the invoice date, and then the product description, how much it costs, etc. If the freight value is mentioned down at the bottom of the invoice, you will not need a separate freight invoice. You can just use a commercial invoice. For this example, we will assume that the freight value is mentioned on the commercial invoice. So once you have those documents gathered, you can come back to the website. You can first select the drop-down. There are 25 countries that require the CTN. For this example, we will be choosing Angola. Continue the application. We will upload all of our documents, our bill of lading, commercial invoice, and in this case our freight invoice is our commercial invoice, so we'll just upload the commercial invoice again. If there are additional documents you have, like an import license or a packing list, you can upload those here. We'll move forward to completing the application. You will plug in your email and then you will press Get My CTN. Once your application has been sent, you'll be taken to a thank you page. It'll tell you a little bit more about what's going to happen next. And at this moment, there's nothing left for you to do. We've received the application, we're working on it, and in a couple hours, you should have your draft and your invoice. The next step is you'll receive the draft and invoice from us. This will come in an email and it'll have your bill of lading number in the subject line. You will receive two documents. You're going to receive the draft and the invoice. So we will download those. Okay, now that we received our draft and invoice and we've downloaded it, next step is going to be to check all the details on the draft to make sure they match your documents. So you're going to want to make sure that the importer matches the importer on the bill of lading. Same with the shipper, the loading and discharge port. And you want to make sure that the number of containers is the same. If there is any values, you want to make sure that those match. So you need to check all the details on the draft and make sure that they are correct. You will also receive our invoice. This will have the country that you are processing the CTN for. It'll have an amount depending on your shipment. Our payment information will be down at the bottom. You can pay by Zelle, credit card, pay cargo. You can send a bank transfer. You can send MoneyGram. If none of those options work, please let us know and we'll make sure that we work something out. If the draft is correct, everything matches, you can reply to the email and you can say that the draft is approved. Please proceed with final validation. At that time, we will proceed with final validation of the ECTN certificate. Depending on the country, this can take between 24 and 48 hours. And at this point, there's nothing left for you to do. If there is a correction that you need, to the CTN, to the draft, if the shipper's name has a typo, you can say, please correct the shipper's name as per. Once we get this, we will make the correction and we will send it back to you. And then the process will start again. You check and confirm all the details on the draft, and then you will reply with your approval. Okay, so after the 24 to 48 hour period, once we have submitted your certificate for validation, the next thing you'll receive from us is the final validation. The final validation will be in PDF format. There is no physical copy. You'll download this, send it to your consignee or your customer, and that's all you need. If you're happy with our service, we'll give you a quick link to leave us a review on Google. That would mean a lot to us. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us at info@africactn.com. And that's the process, start to finish, of filing for an ECTN application.